Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Kryptocraft on the Magic Farm server. I am a little ways away from the tower, hopefully far enough for what I have in mind here. And if you look at my inventory, you can see it's pretty sparse at the moment. But there's some soul sand and some wither skulls. Yep, that's right, we are going to attempt, hopefully successfully so, to kill a wither here. First of all, I'm going to drop my sword on the ground, and I'm hoping that doing this in this tunnel like this will make it so that we can actually continue hitting him and not take too much wither damage. This might be a problem. Hopefully we can at least get him killed. Good. We got him killed. We might have to be coming back here to get our stuff. Indeed. Okay, well, that could have gone better, but not too horrible. Let's go downstairs. Let's go get our stuff, including the star. I want this pick. We shouldn't need... Let's take, not one of the Invars, let's take a diamond sword with us just for some basic protection. Oh, and let's grab some food. Let's grab some... the last of our bread. We need to go do some additional harvesting here. Whoops, we can't go down that way. Let's see if I can... Oh, yeah, there's my latest death tag. See if we can get there reasonably quickly. Should be able to get there this direction. Now I was going there a different way, so it might take me a minute to figure out how to get there from this direction. Actually, I don't know if I can get there from here. I might have to go the way that I have been getting there, because I'm not sure if I can get low enough initially this way. Here is me horribly lost. See, I wanted to go this... go a different way out there because I didn't really want to show... Ah, this might get me there. I think we are getting closer now. Yeah, here we go. If you look on the mini-map, you could see a little bit of why I didn't want to go the direction that I had been going. There's some interesting, weird-looking things that you might have noticed there. We are going to get to that in a minute. Actually, really, as soon as we get our stuff and pick up the star, then our next objective is where that is at. So let's go. Get on the way. Should... Oh, nope, we're not high enough. We ended up too low. Here we are. And I just covered this up so that we could keep other things out while we were in the process of killing the wither here. Let's get all the things. There's the star. So that wasn't too bad. Could have gone a little bit better. I think if I had regen through that, then that would have actually worked out pretty well. I ended up with a division sigil somehow? That's weird. Now, granted, this is all pretty solid armor, so that helps a lot. And I didn't get either of the gravestones, but I got ahead. Okay, so let's light things up. And now, what I don't have for... Now, if you might have guessed that the whole reason that I wanted a beacon is to... Or, not a beacon, I wanted another star, is to make a beacon. And if you'd guessed such a thing, you would be right. And the main reason I want a beacon is for blood magic. And there's a couple of reasons why I need it for the blood magic, but one of them is that in order to make stuff in blood magic, you have to either sacrifice tons and tons of villagers or other mobs, or you have to use your own blood. And in order to use your own blood, it's really slow if you don't have regen. Now, what I have been working on over here... That's a bad view. What I've been working on over here is setting up a place, preparing a spot, so that we can build out a full, complete Tier 5 blood magic altar. Whoops. We're down here now. And this requires 4 beacons. It requires a ton of materials. And I also have to be able to jump to get between them. I think I'm going to do the actual structure all in darker nether brick colors. But what we have... It takes 4 beacons, 1 in each corner of the structure. And it takes all these other structure elements that are kind of mapped out in cobblestone right now. But, yeah, so huge structure. And as it turns out, I actually got the location pretty well. At least I'm pretty sure the location's pretty solid, because each one of these... Each corner where the beacon goes is in just the right spot. It goes just on the edge of the tower, so we'll be able to open this up to the light. But first... So yeah, this is where all of the evil, dark blood magic is going to happen. And if we get up here, you can see it's empty right now, but we will fix that soon. And I want to get a regen beacon going so that we can use the Dagger of Sacrifice to use our own blood and very rapidly fill up our blood stocks. That's not what I wanted. So we can rapidly get blood in here for our rituals and other things that we need to do. And I hit my head. I've got aluminum blocks marking out the corners of the very bottom of the beacons. And I don't know what we're going to use for the whole beacon structures yet. I don't have a lot of aluminum right now. I got this nice stairway. There's my portal. But that's what I've been working on most. And you got to see me get owned by a wither. At least I killed him before he managed to kill me. Got my huge tree farm. It's been doing reasonably well. I've had to keep the apples... keep it using water for a while. Let's actually switch that over. For some reason, the apples end up getting used up very, very fast, and I don't know why that is. Seems like they get used up much faster than they should. Let's switch the fluid supply. I also changed this over to using the export and import pipes. So it exports the apples in directly into the squeezer, and over here it exports the mulch and apple oak saplings, and then here it imports all of the mulch back into the system so that I don't have to do quite as much juggling. I also changed this farm over to do the same type of thing. Makes it a little bit easier to work with. And I made more stills here. Okay, so this is taking a while. Apparently, I'm not actually using much power right now. I also got a wireless ME system set up so that now I can be pretty much anywhere in the base and access all of the storage. That makes life a lot nicer. Let's put that sword away. And I started working on bees. So we'll go take a look at that. Actually, let's go ahead and go beacon. We need to cook up some glass. Let's cook up 10. I think I showed the charcoal cooker last episode, so this will keep a sufficient quantity of charcoal in the system. Makes it nicer for so that it doesn't get behind. Almost there. Let's put the star. There we go. One beacon. Okay, so we can use tin, we can use copper, bronze, we could even use manolin for the beacon base. I think I already used up all of the aluminum blocks that I had made, but we do have a lot more aluminum that we can turn into blocks. And I think we're going to have to do that before we can actually get the beacon up and running. First, let's take a look at our bees. So, right now I just have a gene pool for the genetics. I've got a little tank. Let's turn on Walia. So this is a reinforced portable tank. We got 8,900 BNA in there right now. Got carpenter, got a squeezer for seed oil, got a centrifuge going. Turn Walia back off. Got some bee research stuff, and so far 36 species researched, so making progress. Over here we've got the bees that I'm working on getting switched over, and they are all ready for me to sort out. I'm not going to do a whole lot of the bee genetics on camera because it's very, very tedious. We can look out and see all the cool things that people are building over there. Okay, so we've got that. I think what I'm going to do is take a quick break and get the aluminum cooked up, and then we will get our first beacon turned on. It won't be at full power yet, but we can at least get it turned on. So we're going to go ahead and toss a load of aluminum in. I think I'm also going to see about updating the system setup here to possibly have 8 casting basins, or at least 4, so that I can use the conduit stuff. I've got to make a whole bunch more seared bricks to do it, but I think that might be beneficial. Let me actually go see if I stowed those in one of these chests, because I thought I made some. But I don't know. See, I thought I made some of the channels, but I don't see them. Maybe I did that on my test world. I'm not sure. Oh, I also changed things up a little bit here so that there's no more stairs or ladder accessible from here. And I plan on doing some patterns around this floor to hide the elevator block a little bit. because I want you to have to really search to figure out or know the trick to get in and out of the tower. We've got 3 nice little oysters over here. Changed up this little bit so that we could get in and out easier. And I think maybe I didn't put light down here. But you can see the coral garden up there. Looks like the coral that I moved is not growing anything. The coral blocks at the bottom there, unfortunately. But that's okay. We don't really need the coral too much anyway. How many heads do I... Oops. Head. I don't have any regular heads in here. We do have blaze heads. We want to go up. So we'll need more casting basins. It will make the process go faster. Make some more aluminum, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, and the last 2 tin blocks that we're going to be able to make for right now. As soon as these cool, then we'll take these down and set up as much of one of the beacons as we can. Now, it's important that we do the one that's on this southeast corner first, because that's the one that I actually have open all the way to the sky. There's this guy. That I set on fire and he ran away. That's a shame. See, I've got glass up here so that we can see all the way down there. Now then, I think I have this marked out already so that it will put the beacon in the correct location. Both the correct height and everything else. The beacon goes right where the nether brick block is. So we need the base to go all the way around, and we fell down here. What happened to the netherrack? Oh, there it is. That was kind of weird. Now, of course, I won't know if I've got this entirely correct until I get the beacon, or get the entire structure built up to this point. Okay, now, hopefully, turn on. Come on. How about haste? I think we'll start with haste here. Actually, no, we'll probably turn speed on first. But apparently, I might have to build a glass column for the beacon to work properly. Let's go ahead and do that, and maybe the beacon will just turn on as soon as we do such things. Maybe I'll just, instead of a glass tower going up. Oh, I might not have. No, I think I think maybe I don't have the outside opened up right at the moment. I don't know. Let's. What do I have for glass? I don't think that's enough. Let's see here. What can we use? Oh, it'll work with iron bars, I think. Maybe a combination of iron bars and see, it's clear all the way up, so it must just be that. Okay, swim up. It must be that it won't go through the water. There's the beam. Okay, let's get back down here. Looky there. Ooh, pretty. Okay, let's head back down and turn on the speed effect. Because I think that's the effect I want first. Because that will make us go really fast all over the place around the base. Look at that. We have our first tier. Let's actually double check here. This way, and there we go. Good, we are at the right spot. Okay. Now, I do have other plans for the decorations around here. I wanted to get the structure put together first, and then I'll worry about all of the specific decorations. So there we go. We should be seeing a speed effect. Now we go much, much faster. Look at that. Have slime spawn all over the place down here, too. Which is unfortunate. I decided to use the bottom area around here for the nether wart. Seemed like a nice place for it. How far does that reach right now? I think it should reach us most everywhere. Okay, so this level extends out like so. And we are out of blocks. Let's grab these. Of course, the plan is ultimately to have these be 100% complete and have 4 max size beacons, 1 at each corner. Beautiful. Let's go back upstairs and see what this looks like from the very top of the tower. I don't remember if I actually showed last time the elevator blocks either. These little elevator blocks are really cool. It takes a lot of wool, which is actually surprisingly the part that I'm short on. If we look from here, we can see the beacon comes up through the side here, right at the edge. And I guess I'll have to go through and set up the other ones. They should be all right at the corners, I think. I'm hoping that's where they all end up. I didn't take all of them all the way to the very top. Got it. Enchanting area started. And at the top, look at that. Looks amazing. Okay, so, got a lot done. I was going to use this for the blood magic, but I've got other plans for the top here. You can see forever out from up here. It's a great lookout place. And with that, I am going to say goodnight and have a great evening. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!